Hey my friends, it's your old pal Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? I hope you said great. Today we are gonna have some fun. Now I love the movie Big. It was Penny Marshall directing, Tom Hanks in this really great movie where he's a young man, wishes he could be bigger, makes a wish in a machine at a carnival, and then he becomes big. Now I've been to a lot of the New York City locations. I went to where the toy store was and St. James Hotel where Josh stays and everything, but I've never been to where the Zoltar machines were and where his childhood home was. So that's what we're gonna do today. Daze with Jordan the Lion, you all, and the movie Big. It begins right now. Let's go find a Zoltar. Welcome to Jersey. Hey there, sleepyhead. You gonna help me go find some Josh Baskin filming locations? Well, we're here in Cliffside Park, New Jersey. Start this wonderful vlog, and right here I'm just getting super excited because I'm right now seeing Billy and Josh walking down the street. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa bop, shimmy, shimmy, rock, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa bop, shimmy, shimmy, rock. I met a girlfriend, a Trisket. She said a Trisket, a biscuit. She said a Trisket, a biscuit. Ice cream soda with vanilla on top. Ooh, Shanita, walking down the street. Ooh, Shanita, walking down the street. 10 times a week. I read it, I said it, I saw my mama spread it. I'm cool, I'm hot. Sock you in the stomach 3 more times. I'm cool, I'm hot. Sock you in the stomach 3 more times. Remember about Cynthia? Don't worry. I'm as interested as you are. Here is Josh Baskin's house. Tom Hanks. Right over here is Billy's house, his best friend. This is so cool to see. Wow, Josh Baskin's house. We see this during the storm. They give us a shot kind of like this, and you see the dog running towards us. His bike is over here. That's the storm right after he made his wish with Zoltar. Whenever he runs in the house up here, we see this. We see it when he comes running out of the house when he realizes he's big. We see it again when he runs in to tell his mom once he's big the story, and he walks in, she freaks out because it's a stranger, and he comes right back out and wipes his feet on the door and then goes back in. Then she screams and he comes racing out of the door towards us. Yep, we see this quite a bit in the movie. Billy's house, we see he comes walking out of the house. He knows what's going on with Josh, so he comes walking out of here.
Pretty hysterical. It's not making any sense at all. Something happened to him. There's no ransom, no prints, there's no nothing.
And starts walking that way where all the crowd of people are standing there, like investigating what happened to this lost boy.
Betty ran away.
So of course he's big. He finds out that he's big in the bedroom upstairs, and he also, his window and Billy's window, like this would have been Billy's window and Josh's window would have been there. We see Billy and Josh talking on the walkie-talkies, and also when Josh is missing, he sees Josh's mom on the walkie-talkie and starts talking to her.
Hi, Mrs. Baskin.
But we also see this when Josh comes back home. He decides he has to choose between his new life and going to the Zoltar Sea Point Park. So he goes and makes the wish, and then ends up getting a ride from his girlfriend, Elizabeth Perkins. She brings him home. They would have been parked in a car over here, talking, and that's when he's telling her how old he really is and everything and what happened.
Which one is it?
One right there.
So he gets out of the car and starts walking towards us. He starts walking towards the house, and all of a sudden he becomes small again. He's wearing Tom Hanks' big clothes, but it's the young Josh that we see. And so he's actually standing over here by this tree when he turns around. And then goes racing back inside the house. But this street's great because this is where we see him and Billy walking down there.
You really think I could do it? Yeah. Come on, we'll hit some after supper. Okay.
And at the end of the movie, they're walking off as friends again because Josh is 13 again. Very cool. I love this. I've always wanted to come here. I've just always been a fan of this movie. Always kind of thought when you go visit these places, you'd feel like you were in the movie for a split second, you know? And I really do. I really do feel like I've seen something special today. So now I want to take everybody out and we're going to go see where Josh and his family go to the carnival and where he makes the wish. And then we will go see where he makes his second and final wish to become small again. But the movie does begin and end here. Josh's house and Billy's house. All right, we're re-arriving in New York from New Jersey. If you notice when he goes off to go back to the carnival, he's actually riding his bike through here. You can see all these little rocks off to the side as he's racing up the hill. Then once you make it in here, you're looking for the Rostock picnic area. Kind of an interesting filming location. This is so cool to see. This is the scene where Josh and his family at the beginning of the movie are out at the carnival or the little fair. It took place here.
Great. Why don't we meet you at the Ferris wheel?
His life changed here. Somewhere around here they had that zipper ride that goes up in the loop that he was gonna ride, and his dad's going, "You sure you want to do that?" Then he sees the girl that he's in love with standing over there, so he walks over to it and she asks him if he's ever ridden it before, and he says, "Oh yeah."
Scary? Yes. Aren't those your parents? Where? Honey! Right over there. Smile!
Then all of a sudden, whoever she's dating walks up, and then the guy who's taking the tickets calls him up there. Josh is too short.
This side. You must be at least this big to ride this ride.
What?
Hey, I don't make the rules.
And they turn him away, so he's just been caught in a lie, and he's feeling like he's too short to ride the ride. So we see him wander through the rest of the carnival, and eventually he starts walking over here. They had the Zoltar machine right here in front of this. Josh is immediately drawn to it. I'm hoping that they have a little like sign up here. I'm hoping that it mentions that, but who knows. Filming locations a lot of times don't care that a filming location was there. The Zoltar machine would have been, when you watch the movie you can tell really kind of where it is because it's lined up with right where the grass and the sidewalk meet.
Drop 25 cents here.
So he's basically, this little thing wouldn't have been here. Nope, doesn't look like any mention of big. Talking about the history of this, the Palisades. At any rate, right here, Josh would have seen the Zoltar machine and he would have made his wish. I wish I were big.
Make my wish. Right. I wish I were big.
Then next thing you know, face starts lighting up, glowing. He shoots the thing into its mouth. Card comes out that says your wish is granted.
Your wish is granted.
And he notices the machine wasn't plugged in. And then the next morning, life changes. But I think it was right here. He pulls his bike up here and you can see the basketball hoops over here. And he notices the carnival's gone. And he starts riding his bike through here kind of aimlessly because now it's gone. They packed up overnight and went away. Will he ever find the Zoltar again? Yes, of course he will. Because I'm going to show you where he found it. Sea Point Park, New York. Remember, I'm 3 months older than you, asshole. This is actually the bridge we see in the background of Josh making his Zoltar wish, the George Washington Bridge. So our next and last big filming location is Playland. Yes, Playland Park. So when Josh goes off to find Zoltar, we see this shot panning across like this. And it looks very similar to the way it did when they shot it, except you notice there would have been two little pylon things, or two little like things kind of like these, but smaller right there. And the car would have parked, pulled up right here and dropped him off right there. And he would have ran in between those two. So those are gone, that's changed, but other than that, it looks pretty much exactly the same. I am so stoked to be here. So then Josh runs down along this, right towards us, looking for Zoltar. So then we see this shot, and we see Josh come running out from one of these because Zoltar is over here. So as he's standing right here, he sees Zoltar. Notice in the movie you can see this little divider right here. And you can also count the pillars over. So we get him walking over and zeroing in right here on Zoltar. And then the shot turns around to right here, where Zoltar would be right here and Josh would be right here. And he puts his quarter in to make the wish. that creepy music playing. So we see Susan drive right up past this circular patch of grass, and then she pulls up right up front. Right where he walked in. We get a different view of it. Making his wish, and it's lighting up and everything. Susan comes running out right over here.
Susan.
You know, you don't walk out on somebody. You don't just get up and leave and walk out.
And you notice that this little shack, this little info desk or whatever, that was there even then.
Like that. You don't do that.
I know, I'm really...
And they're over here talking when that would happen. And right here where the Zoltar is where Susan would have reached in and grabbed the card and seen that his wish was granted. Kind of cool. Just even like touch the post where it was. It's pretty fun. Then they end up walking over here. That's when he's telling her, I tried to tell you, and she said, I know, but how would I, you know.
Trying to tell you.
I didn't listen. I guess I didn't
Trying to tell
hear
you
you
last night.
or want to or
How would I know that? They're basically right there.
Thinking
listen.
about
How would I
this,
know? Why
I've
would
been
I know
trying-
that?
And we get a shot of him saying, look, there's, you know, a million reasons for me to go home and only one reason for me to stay.
There's a million reasons for me to go home, but there's only one reason for me to stay.
It's you, Susan. And when they're standing here talking, if you look way back there in the background, you can see those steps in the shot. That big blue thing wasn't there then, but
What reason is that?
it's so cool to see that this all happened right here. I have loved this movie and this scene forever, so to get to be here is just so cool. You can actually see that in the background over Josh's shoulder, over Tom Hanks' shoulder. So other than that big water apparatus there and the benches all being gone, it looks pretty much the way it did.
You'll be fine. 10 years, who knows?
They end up walking off there and she said, come on, I'll give you a ride home. Who knows, maybe in a few years, you can look me up. Save my number. Well, my friends, we are gonna call it a day. Thank you all for watching more of my filming locations from Big. These were my favorite locations by far. Have a great night and goodbye.